Are you thinking of getting tiger barbs for your community aquarium? If so, then you need to watch this video so you know what you're letting yourself in for. Hi, I'm Russ and I've been in the aquarium hobby now for over 40 years, and today we're going to take a look at the tiger barb, also known as Barbs tetrazona, and we're going to cover topics like water parameters, tank setup, feeding, breeding, sexing, and we're going to take a look at what you actually need to set up a tank, especially for breeding tiger barbs. But first of all, we'll go back to the beginning and find out where they originate from. And that is from a few different areas. They are often found on the Malay Peninsula, Sumatra, Borneo, Indonesia, and different parts of Asia. Now, the natural habitat makes them quite a hardy fish because they are often found in cloudy and clear, shallow streams with moderate flow. Their IUCN rating is classed as least concern. Tiger barb is quite an active shoaling fish and they can be seen as being quite aggressive. They will nip away at other fish, they'll nip away at their own type, and they'll even nip away at fish that are larger than themselves. And although they don't really cause any damage with the nipping, that nipping behaviour is quite stressful to other fish. So if you want tiger barbs, you kind of need to resign yourself to the fact that you're going to just have to have a tiger barb species only aquarium. This aggression can be combated by keeping them in larger groups of really 8+, but the more the merrier really. Just remember, they will still nip away at each other. Tiger barbs are the barb that give barbs a bad name. Now they will grow to about 8 centimetres, which is around 3 inches, and they come in quite a few different colour variations. So you have the standard gold-bodied black striped tiger barb, and then you have a few different variations: the green tiger barb, the albino tiger barb, the platinum and the harlequin tiger barb, and I'm sure there is a few more different species out there too. They will tolerate quite a wide range of water parameters, from temperatures from 70 degrees Fahrenheit to 80 degrees, which is 21 to 26 degrees Celsius, pH from 6.5 to 8.5, and a GH of up to 20 degrees. When it comes to tank size, because they'll grow to around 3 inches and you need quite a large shoal of them, a larger tank is preferred. These fish need a lot of space, so a tank 3 foot in length would probably be the smallest tank I would try, but to be honest, I'd look at 4 foot plus. When it comes to plants, try and stay clear of the plants that have more delicate leaves. I have tiger barbs in here, and to be honest, there is a lotus tiger lily in there, and they are kind of slowly destroying it, so that will be removed over the next couple of days. So look at plants that are more robust, plants that have tougher leaves like the Anubias plant or Crips. Now tiger barbs do prefer heavily oxygenated water, so it's advised to keep an air pump running all the time or have really good surface agitation. When it comes down to filtration, like I say, they'll live in cloudy water, they'll live in clear water, but to be honest, I'd always advise to run good filtration like a canister filter or even a sump. Tiger barbs have no specific lighting requirements, but because you're going to be using hardy plants and slow growing plants like Anubias, probably a low level lighting would be better. All my content is free for you to access at any point. But if you would like to support the channel, this can be done in a few different ways. The easiest ways to support the channel would be by clicking the like button and the subscribe button. But now memberships are also available, and for a small monthly fee, you will gain early access to all the content that's released on the channel, but you will also have access to members only exclusive content. Membership should only ever be paid for if you can afford them, and they can be cancelled at any point. Thank you. When it comes to Tankmates, it's going to be a little bit tricky because no matter what you put in there, they are going to nip away at them a little bit. So the best Tankmates are other Tiger Barbs, but you are going to get away with larger tetras like Cardinals, Congo tetras. Your usual cleanup crew of Otocinclus and Plecos will also be quite good Tankmates for them. Corydoras, anything that lives around the bottom, you should also get away with. Now, feeding Tiger Barbs is a really fun time because they are so active. And they'll take foods like good quality flake foods, good quality small pellets like the better pellets, frozen foods like Daphnia and brine shrimp and cyclops, and their live equivalents. All I'd say when you're feeding, if you do have bottom feeders like Corydoras, just make sure that that food is getting down to your bottom dwellers because they are so active when they're feeding. They pretty much hoover everything up before it comes through the water column. Sexing Tiger Barbs becomes a little bit easier as they mature. The males tend to be slightly smaller and have more colour than the more rounded, larger females. If you're looking at breeding Tiger Barbs, then this needs to be done in a tank separate from the main group. And this needs to be set up slightly different. It can be a smaller aquarium, and the substrate needs to be like small rounded stones or even marbles. And then place some fine leaved plants. The water needs to be soft, slightly acidic. Start conditioning the main group of fish in the main tank, and after a week or so of conditioning them on a high protein food like brine shrimp or bloodworm, transfer one male, one female to your spawning tank. Now, spawning tends to happen at the break of dawn. As the light hits the tank, the female will then release up to 500 eggs, and the male will fertilize these. But you do have to watch. It's quite an active process, and because it's so active, the fish become really hungry and they do tend to predate on the eggs as they are being laid. Now, this can be counteracted by pipette feeding brine shrimp or any small frozen live foods. If you pipette feed them as they are spawning, they'll feed on that rather than the eggs. Once the spawning's finished, then remove the parents and acclimatise them back to the main tank. The eggs will hatch between the next 24 and 36 hours, and those little babies can be fed. Once they've fed on the egg sac, be fed on infusoria for a few days, and then can be upgraded up to the baby brine shrimp. In the tank behind me, there are 18 Tiger Barbs, 6 albino, 6 green, and 6 normal Tiger Barbs. There are also 6 tinfoil Barbs in there. The addition of those Barbs into that tank has changed the dynamic massively. And if you want to know why I added Tiger Barbs into this aquarium instead of the Crebensis that are in there, then watch this video next, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.